Imagine a city coming to a complete standstill. Streets normally filled with traffic were instead lined with Rolls-Royces, Bentleys, and private limousines. The air buzzed with helicopters carrying VIPs. Billboards glowed with golden lettering, announcing the wedding of two of the wealthiest families in America. It wasn't just a private event, it was a takeover. Shops closed early, streets were barricaded, and thousands gathered just to witness a glimpse. What kind of wedding could command this much power, luxury, and attention? This wasn't just a celebration of love, it was a statement of unimaginable wealth and status. Venue chosen for this extraordinary event was no ordinary hall. It was a historic landmark, rented exclusively for millions of dollars, and then redesigned from the ground up. Crystal chandeliers sparkled from ceilings, imported Italian marble lined the floors, and walls shimmered with gold-plated accents. The entrance was transformed into a tunnel of roses, flown in from 5 different countries. It looked less like a wedding and more like the coronation of royalty. Every corner of the venue whispered extravagance, reminding guests that this was not simply a wedding, this was history in the making. Bride arrived. Time seemed to freeze. Her gown, rumored to cost over $10 million, shimmered with diamonds and rare pearls. The dress required a dedicated security team, not just to carry the flowing train, but to protect the priceless gems embedded in its design. As she descended a crystal staircase, cameras flashed like lightning, and the orchestra swelled with a melody fit for royalty. Guests gasped, not only at her elegance, but at the weight of history they were witnessing. This was not just a bride walking, it was an icon stepping into a new era. The groom's entrance was no less spectacular. Descending from a private helicopter, he walked across a red carpet lined with golden torches and escorted by an entourage of guards. His tuxedo was hand-stitched in Italy, tailored from the world's rarest fabrics, costing more than an average house. Every detail, from his cufflinks to his shoes, screamed luxury. The audience stood in admiration as he confidently walked toward his destiny. This wasn't just a man getting married. It was the heir of a billion-dollar empire making a statement that love, power, and legacy could all be united in one moment. The ceremony itself was a breathtaking spectacle. The altar was built entirely of crystal, glowing under the soft glow of golden chandeliers. Flowers had been flown in from 5 continents, creating a fragrance so rich it perfumed the entire hall. A symphony orchestra played live, as religious blessings and vows echoed across the venue. Guests whispered about the staggering cost. Over $100 million had gone into this moment alone. Every detail, from the golden thrones to the handcrafted rings, symbolized wealth beyond imagination. For those present, it felt less like a wedding and more like witnessing a living fairy tale. It was time to dine. Guests were treated to a banquet fit for kings. Michelin star chefs had been flown in from France, Japan, and the Middle East, crafting a menu that blended global flavors with rare ingredients. Each course was plated with precision, served on golden cutlery, and paired with the finest non-alcoholic luxury beverages. Some dishes were so rare they had to be imported weeks in advance, guarded like treasures. Guests didn't just eat, they experienced a culinary journey that few on Earth could ever afford. The meal alone was estimated to cost millions, and it showed. Only the most powerful, wealthy, and influential people on Earth were invited. Tech billionaires, Hollywood stars, royal family members, and politicians all sat side by side at the grand tables. Security was tighter than at a presidential inauguration. Private jets filled nearby airports as the world's elite traveled across continents just to be part of this moment. Cameras were forbidden inside, yet every detail still leaked across headlines, fueling global curiosity. This wasn't just a wedding, it was a summit of wealth, where fortunes greater than entire countries' GDP sat together, dressed in their finest. Dinner ended, the entertainment began, and it was unlike anything ever seen at a wedding. Global superstars performed live, some charging millions just for a single appearance. Acrobats flew through the air in a choreographed ballet, while fireworks lit up the night sky in patterns spelling out the couple's names. Guests danced, laughed, and recorded memories they would never forget. This wasn't a wedding after party. It was a private festival, carefully designed to impress the world's elite. For those in attendance, it felt like stepping into a dream powered by wealth few could imagine. In most weddings, gifts are simple tokens of love, but here, the presents exchange could rival entire national treasuries. Guests gifted diamond necklaces, gold bars, custom-made timepieces, and even rare luxury cars. Each gift was carefully presented, as if part of a royal ritual. The value of the presents alone was estimated in the hundreds of millions, leaving jaws dropped across the world. For the couple, these weren't just gifts, they were symbols of alliances, business power, and lasting wealth. In a single evening, Fortunes exchanged hands under the banner of love and celebration. The night came to a close. The city glowed with fireworks, and the echoes of music carried across the skyline. People who had gathered outside still stood in awe, discussing the grandeur they had witnessed. This wedding was more than an event. It was a legend, one that would be remembered for decades. For the couple, it was a declaration of love wrapped in unimaginable luxury. For the city, it was history. And for the world, it was proof that wealth could transform a single wedding into a spectacle powerful enough to shut down an entire U.S. city.